Hello and welcome to the Tank Club. Today we're going to be looking at another top tank add-on. This time we're going to be looking at the improved death recap. Now, one of the reasons this is an add-on that I really like to use is because it allows me to analyse my performance and the reasons why I may have died or things like that. So I can look at if I was blocking, if I had any resources. I can look at the events leading up to a death. That allows me to kind of go away, analyse that information and figure out how I can improve myself as a tank, how I can prevent myself from dying, if I need more healing, if I need more sustain, if I need to do things a little bit differently. So it allows me to use trial and error, it allows me to improve and get better as a tank. So if we have a little look at some of the settings here, so obviously I have it to save events and deaths. I have that all stored. I like to have it so that it appears when I'm dead, but then if I get revived, the window goes away. One of the big things here is to look at the stamina threshold. This is very important. So this add-on will tell you that you had no stamina if you have this set too high. So you might be on 5,000 stamina and then it'll say you had no stamina, but actually you did. So the best thing to do is to go into this, change this to a value that works for you based on what your block cost is, based on how much stamina you have and what you think is a good idea. So for me, I've got it set to 1,000. So if I'm anything less than 1,000, it'll tell me that I had no stamina, and that is one of the reasons why I potentially died. If I did have less than 1,000 stamina, it is likely that I was going to run out and wouldn't have been able to block an attack anyway. So that's a good thing to have in there. So if I do die and it says I had no stamina, it's because I was under 1,000. I think the add-on as a general rule of thumb has it set to 5,000. So you will want to go in and change this to suit your particular needs. So I'm just going to show you now what it looks like when you die and what sort of information you get given on the death recap, so you can kind of see what it's all about. Okay, so there we go. So upon death, we get a bunch of different information here. So this is really important. So first of all, we can see what the time period was for when we died. So as you can see here, we took a lot of damage from 0.7 seconds to the point that we died. So this is really helpful information so that you can see whether you got killed very quickly or whether it was just the fact that you didn't get healed over a long period of time. You can also see if it doesn't say the word block anywhere here, you took these hits unblocked. So as you can see here, Imperial Archer hits with block, so we blocked that attack. But then as you can see for the rest of them, there's no block there. So we took all of these hits unblocked. Here you can see, like I say, the stamina. We had no stamina left. So it's telling us we had 0 stamina. This is really useful as well because obviously it lets us know that we've got a sustain issue. If we scroll up and we look at some of the other hits prior to when we died, we can see that we were getting healed by Cinderstorm for 3,100. And that was ticking away, ticking away. We've got some burst heals in there as well, with coagulating blood. So you can see that we, over the 11 seconds before we died, the health that we had out of how much health that we have in total, and we can see ourselves being healed up. And we're getting healed, and you can see the hits that are blocked, and then the health starts to drop down to the point where we died. So this provides a lot of information. If you compare this to the in-game death recap here, obviously there's a decent amount of information, but you don't know whether this was blocked or not. You don't know how much resources you had. You don't know how much healing you had. So the in-game death recap is giving you very, very basic information. Sometimes as well, when you've got killed by a dot in this death recap, it will just tell you the total value of the dot. So let's say you get hit for 100k damage over time. It'll just say you got killed by 100k damage over time, when in fact it might have been spread out over 10 seconds. So this improved death recap is providing a lot of valuable information, and it allows you to kind of improve on issues. So if you've noticed that there's a particular issue, maybe there's not enough healing, you can make sure you're getting more healing. If you weren't blocking, maybe you ran out of stamina, you can try and improve your sustain. So you can use this to improve your own performance and look at different issues and make sure that they don't happen over and over again. So it's a great add-on, the improved death recap, just so you can use this to get better. So the way that I operate when it comes to ESO content is I like to go in, I like to experience it, I like to die, and I like to figure out ways that I can prevent myself from dying and then figure out ways to get through different mechanics. I like to figure things out for myself. I like to work things out and find out what is causing these issues and then resolve them. It's all about finding solutions to problems, to overcome them, to become better. That is how I operate as a tank, and by using the improved death recap, I'm able to do that because I'm able to analyse things that are causing me issues. So that's another one of my top tank add-ons. Make sure you get it downloaded so you can start looking at all those kind of problems that persist throughout the game when you're dying and what's causing issues, and then you can find resolutions to those issues and you can improve your own performance as a tank. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye for now.